Hi, it's Kylie The Jellyfish, and I just got requested a video today to make a video about how to insert double flared plugs, and I decided to just make it right now. Sorry about my nails. They're it's paint. I was painting at an art thing. These tunnels have flares on them, which is when like the sides are bigger than the middle. And what that does is it keeps the plug in place so that you don't have to open them up. Here's an example of something that's not a double flare. This is a single flare, and although it looks like a double flare, this is a screw back, or well, this is a screw off, also known as threaded. So it screws off, and when you put it in your ear, there's no flare on this side. So like there's a flare here. If you don't like to work with double flared, that's an option for you. I don't have any with me, but they also have ones with silicone O-rings on the back. Like they're just like a stretchy like rubber band. And let me show you. So like this one is a very smooth flare. It's like a curve like this, whereas this one is a very square, like very sharp looking edge. You see how it goes like this rather than like this? Those are okay. Like I don't think they're any different. So this is a gauge wheel. I got this from Arctic Buffalo. You can check the link below. The very first link will be the website, and you can use my 20% off discount code Jellyfish for anything there. They sell plugs. They also sell this stuff that I'm going to talk about, and they sell these, and these are really helpful. I am so glad I got one. You can also get it in acrylic, but this is the steel one. Millimeters on this side and the gauge on this side, and fractions of an inch. So you can see that this flare is, So you can see that this plug is 1/2 inch. But when you look at it, the flares are too big. But if you go to like the next size up, the flare is that size. So flares definitely are like way bigger than the middle, and that's very difficult. Sorry, I'm like stating the obvious for you guys. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't really plan to make this video, so yeah. But I'm just sort of winging. I can't talk today. I'm sort of just winging this video. So how do you get in flares? The first thing I can tell you is make sure that you wait until your ears are completely healed. It really does depend on your size too. I would recommend don't start wearing double flared plugs until you're at least to like 2 gauge. 2 gauge in millimeters is 6 millimeters. So these are all of my smaller plugs that don't fit me anymore. And here's a perfect example. So these right here are 6 gauge, but the flare on it is not even the next size up, or the next size up. So the middle is 4 millimeters, that's the size you order it in, and the flare on it is 7 millimeters. That's a 3 millimeter difference, and you are not going to be able to do that. Like you're not going to be able to put this in if you are at 4 gauge. I mean, if you are at 6 gauge. And even if you are at 4 gauge, once you pop it in, it's going to fall right out because the ends are just as big enough, but the middle is not big enough to hold in your ear. So these really are useless. You're just going to waste your money if you try to buy double flared anything at a small size. But I do have to say there are ones that are like 10 gauge that are like steel, and they're very small. I got these in like after a few months of wearing 10G. It was very difficult though. A lot of you can get like most of your plugs at Hot Topic and Spencer's, and the cheapest you can get is acrylic. But I swear to you, acrylic is so bad for your ears when you're trying to make them heal. They take twice as long trying to heal them as they would with steel or stone, or glass is really good to heal your ears with. This is glass. This is also glass. Stone or steel is perfect. Like I would say steel everyone needs a pair of steel plugs. So I already went over time, materials to heal with, weight. Weight, you really do have to like wear heavy plugs. Like stone is heavy, glass is heavy, and steel is heavy. Wearing those materials will definitely help your ears stretch out a little bit. Not so much a stretch, but like loosen up. The tissue and the skin around the plug will loosen up. Every time you stretch your ears, it's like a new piercing. When your lobes are healing, they're generating more cells, and then those cells can also stretch more too. So your ears, once they get more healed, they'll start to stretch more, and it's way easier to pop in flares when your ears are healed. And I definitely do 100% recommend using a lubricant or an oil for your ears. And I never put in plugs without using oil. I honestly never do. Like it's just like, oh, it's like nails on chalkboard to me, like trying to shove a dry plug in your ear. Don't dry stretch, like oh gosh. This one, I took the label off because that's not what's in here anymore. I had natural jojoba oil in here. That's really good. There's also like vitamin E oil, emu oil. There's tons of oils you can get. But also, this is the thing that I'm using right now. I put some of this into here because I like using the eyedropper better than like this thing. But this is called the Blend, and it's by Gauge Gear, and that you can buy this on the link down below at Arctic Buffalo and use my discount code. But definitely get this or the jojoba oil they sell, or some other type of oil or anything like that there, because like it really does help stretch your ears, because like it lubricates it. Like it makes sense. I don't really have to explain. Also, this is a little trick I've learned over the years. Get a single flared plug, so there's like a flare on one side and it's flat on the other side, and then you put an O-ring on the back. And over time, when I'm trying to get them looser, play with my plugs, kind of like push my lobe against the flare more, because the flare is like a wedge. It's not like, so there's flares like this, and you can definitely, like, I don't recommend doing this with these because these are too small, but the ones like this that are like a nice curve, they're like a really nice smooth wedge. Slowly, a little bit at a time, it shouldn't hurt at all. Push your lobe against that flare, like whenever you can, whenever you're like feeling, like whenever you're sitting there watching TV, obviously make sure your hands are clean, always. I do this in the shower too, because like the water helps loosen up the tissue and everything. Over time, your ear will get stretchier to the size of the flare on that side, and then you'll be able to wear double flare plugs. I honestly hope this video helped you. Let me go over it one more time for everyone. Patience, good materials like stone, glass, or steel, heavy plugs, which all of those are also heavy, use oil, and get a single flared plug and wedge your lobe onto that. Hopefully that helped you. I'm sure I'm missing some, because there were some that I thought of in my head really quick and then it escaped my brain when I thought of something else. So if I do remember it later, I'll put it down in the comments. Also, anyone else that has any other tips, put it down in the comments. Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm gonna demonstrate really quick me putting on plugs, just so that you have that. Snowflake obsidian plugs for today. I'm gonna wedge your ear onto, what I do, like I wedge it onto the bottom part of my lobe, like that, and then I pull it down and then pull it through. Just focused. Just like that. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it got too long, sorry if it's too short, I don't know. I made it really quickly, so yeah. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay epic, everybody. Bye.
We'll take this village to our grave, for every heart we betray.